Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Charlene. Karen Jones, welcome. Everybody kind of anxious about. Thank you, Naya. Hi, Naya. Thank you so much. I get it. I get it. Um, everybody anxious for election day? People, this is unbelievable. The anticipation for tomorrow is unreal. I don't even know if I would be able to sleep tonight. For those interested parties, I hope your candidate wins. So I wish you the best of luck, especially if your candidate is one in particular. Hey, Heather. Anaya. Hi. Hey, Felicia. Well, there. Some people are scared because of the possibility of what could happen. A lot of us believe, in a certain one person, and we also believe that the other person, as vice president, has been a disaster. And it would probably be more of the same of the last 4 years, practically. So, I just don't want to. What do they say? Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Hey, Vicky. And if Miss Thang wins, well, you know what? We're just going to have to deal with it. But we're going to handle it different than if Trump wins. And in the White House, the Democrats are already preparing. They got the National Guard out there by the White House. It's like, come on. More scare tactics, trying to make it look like MAGA and Republicans are the ones that are going to riot or attack the White House or whatever. There's just more scare tactics. It's unreal how things have gotten. Well, for all practical purposes, she's really still the face of the Democratic Party right now of the last 4 years. For as much as she's trying to distance herself, she's the face of it. And that's why she's trying to distance herself from it. But, you can't. And I don't want to make this all tonight just about politics. I got other stuff to talk about too. Hey, Angela. Hi, Vicky. Deep down inside, I'm thinking there's going to be a landslide. It's not even going to be close. But, these Republican election day workers and those behind the scenes, the Democratic poll workers and whoever's on their payroll, hey, look what happened last time. No victory, no close victory secured. That's why tomorrow, if he's going to win, in order to eliminate any doubt at all, it's got to be a huge victory. Like, it can't be close. It's got to be a big victory so that there's no question they found another 2,000, 10,000 votes. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's such a large margin, and that's the way it has to be. Vegas, baby. So, we'll see what happens. It's if you're on the East Coast, you're only 21 minutes away from Election Day. And it's a very anticipated one happening tomorrow. So let's hope for the best. And I will be live throughout the day. I go early, maybe a couple times, see what the lines look like. I'm sure there's going to be footage of people waiting in line to vote, expecting the lines to be very long. So I'm pretty sure that's going to happen throughout the country. And then Bam and I will be going live, and maybe another person will be going live at 6 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. I know originally I had it set for 4, but I think it's a little too early. So we're going to do 6 p.m. tomorrow Central Time. And then we'll stay with it until, the results start to come in towards the end of the night. 10, 11 o'clock. By midnight, we should have a gauge more or less how it's going. So, and we'll just talk about whatever comes up in between. So, join tomorrow if you like. Please share also. Yes, thank you so much. Hit the like. Couple things. One, Little Miss Thang, Vanessa, went live with someone the other night on a different page. Yeah, exactly. Right, Betty? Yeah, I agree. Vanessa went live on another platform, and they let her speak. I mean, almost for the entire 45 minutes without taking a breath. And they didn't. I don't need no megaphone. Yeah, she was a megaphone, all right. And they let her talk. They kind of let her. What do you call that? Filibuster. And they didn't interrupt her. I don't even know if they were there, frankly. So we're going to play some of that, and we can go through that, and we can hear it. I think she looked terrible. But we'll talk about that, and I'll let you be the judge there. Right, Oriana? Nobody said a word. It was just like they let her talk, and she said, yeah. I mean, there was a question early on. Somebody said, oh, talk about this, what she said. And then from there on, it was 44 minutes of classic Vanessa. Like she was preaching to herself. So I'm gonna put that up in a minute. We'll do some of that video though, or the whole thing if you want. I kind of trimmed out the video because I didn't want to necessarily show other people that were on there. I don't know that they would want to be shown or not. And it wasn't about them. It was mostly about her. But we'll get to that in a minute. The second thing is I made a post earlier about this page called Confidence is Beautiful. And I've been getting messages that I should stream it and show her and let's talk about her. And so I put up that kind of a poll. Said, all right, what are you guys interested in this? Would you be interested? And yeah, there was a very loud yes. As far as having me show videos and react to it and stuff. So might do one of those. And I have somebody who wants to come online to kind of, because I know nothing about that woman. Nothing at all. And I've got somebody who's willing to come on with me for a few minutes just to introduce, just give us a quick, short background. Not too much details because we do plan on, I do plan on streaming and reacting to some of the videos and stuff that she's done and how she is. And that's because as of right now, I only know what I've been told, right? So that should be interesting. Yeah, I've heard about this stuff, and I can't wait to get to those videos to see what the heck is that all about. And then I thought I might make this announcement at a later time. I was going to do it the other day. I will probably be adding a co-host. Been talking to someone the last few days, and we agreed to try it out. And I mean, like a regular co-host. Bam is still going to be Bam. He's still going to be there, and we'll still go live with Bam. But this will be someone else. It'll be a female, because I've always wanted to get. I always wanted to have a female join that would give us, the female perspective on different topics and different things we talk about, not just two guys who agree about the same thing all the time. And so I'm not going to say who it is right now, and I know you're watching, so don't say who you are. But that announcement will be made possibly later today. If she's available. If not, I'll save it for tomorrow or the next day. But I'm really looking forward to that. No, Vicky, it's not. Molly's too busy over there doing her stuff. So that announcement will come out sometime in the next day or so. Possibly tonight, but it doesn't have to be tonight. Keysmo. No, this is a video, whatever you want to call it. Video podcast. Every once in a while I'll do just audio only. Whenever I don't feel cute or whatever. I'm just kidding. Like if I'm in pajamas, I'm in bed, but I want to talk about something, then I'll just do audio only. But these recordings will be, I think they're available as audio only as well. All the videos, these are all live. I do only live stuff. I don't pre-record anything. I don't edit any of my videos. I don't edit the comments out. I don't block people. I only block or get rid of you if you're being belligerent and an asshole. Then I may block you. But I don't block anybody for a difference of opinion or politically, even if you're not the same beliefs that I have. That's okay. Everyone is welcome. Just don't be rude and belligerent with each other and that kind of thing. And believe me, people do have a lot of things to say. And I, should have blocked some people before in the past, but I don't like to do it. It's got to be something very extreme for me to block you. Yeah, so I try to be as transparent as possible whenever possible. Like a talk show? It's like a talk show. I guess it's like a talk show. And usually it's either myself or I have Bam with me. Bam is guest host or somebody that I bounce ideas off of or topics, and we go back and forth. And then but I'll be adding someone else, a female host, something that I've not had yet. So that I'm hoping that works out well. So, and I do some exposure stuff. There's somebody I've been following for years. Her name is Vanessa. Local crackhead, wannabe politician. And she's wild. She's done some very crazy things, including drugs while going live. She snorted whatever it was a few times. She's done that. And then there was a video put up of her smoking crack and getting high on it, and that was recorded, and then it was posted online. And anyway, since she wants to run, she's always looking to get into politics, and yeah, I don't want that person in any political seat at all, on whichever side. Doesn't matter. She just doesn't belong in politics. And she's accusing some people of doing something to her. She said she's the ultimate victim. She's a professional victim. And she says she was kidnapped and beat up, and she blames 3 people, and I know for a fact they had nothing to do with it. But she wants to blame someone. And so while she keeps on blaming, and she won't just drop it, well, I'm gonna make sure she never gets into politics. Oh, she's been arrested a dozen times. She's very proud of it. Theft. She stole some high-end sunglasses from a bar, and it caught on video. It was right there, and she just went up to him and pretended to have a conversation with the bartender. She reached, grabbed the sunglasses, and then she walked away. Food stamp fraud. She defrauded the state of Texas and Cameron County for, I believe, it's over $70,000. I already forgot the amount. Almost $75,000 in food stamp fraud by falsifying her application. So recently, she's been very quiet, not online. She used to go live every day, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. Most of the time from her car. You guys, most of you know who I'm talking about already, or what she's like. And court cases come and go for everything, and she gets them postponed or delayed or dropped. She hasn't been convicted at all. 12 arrests. The welfare fraud case is probably not going to get retried. I'm losing hope for that. She was online for 8 hours once. Right? It was 8 hours. Not once did she get up to use the bathroom. How is that possible? So a lot of people have a lot of conspiracy theories. Oh, maybe she... Well, I don't want to get into that. But yeah, she was a character to watch, saying a lot of ridiculous things, and those videos are all over my page. I mean, you can go back and pick anyone, and if they're online, it's because something funky happened. And if you want to follow her, it's Vanessa, you can do hashtag the VT, V as in Victor, T as in Tom, the VT Chronicles, and you'll find a lot of stuff there. So recently, so she's been offline she used to go online every day, 2 or 3 times a day. And then she got restricted from Facebook, and she was restricted for almost 6 months. It might have been 5 months. She doesn't like YouTube because you know how you don't have profiles like you do on Facebook? Well, she can't go after you. And one of the things she likes to do is pull up your profile, show it on her phone, show the public those pictures of people that criticize her. She tries to dox you, and if she knows where you work, or she'll try to find out. And yeah, so she's been quiet for whatever the reason. Not sure. She got a mommy makeover, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff. You can also go to the page. You can see in the comments right here. No More Cheeske's Lies. A lot of backstory there. A lot of backstory there. And read the read the disclaimer at the top, the warning for viewing her content on her page anyway. And yeah, just go to the comment there. You see No More Cheeske's Lies. You got a lot of, between them and my page, there's a lot of stuff there. And I started reacting to her stuff a few years ago. And she considers me a hater. The hateful man from Brownsville and all that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she made an appearance the other day, and I recorded that, so we're going to show some of that, if not all of it, if you want. And then we can just skip through that real quick. And maybe we'll get into the Janelle thing. Confidence is beautiful. There's just a lot. Now, I was trying to find the beginning of what's her first video? And I think I almost went back 4 years, and I was scrolling on Facebook and videos, scrolling for a couple days, scrolling. Finally found the beginning. But then I found out from that video that apparently she had another page, and I guess that page is gone or something, taken offline. So when she started over, so there's a couple people that know a lot about her that follow her the whole time, and they're going to help me figure out which videos are we going to show that would be, relevant and not boring, but sensational. And we're gonna go with that. Yeah, she's claimed a lot of things. I hear she's called a scammer and all that stuff, and I've heard the stories. I just haven't seen any of the videos myself. So we'll touch on that a little bit too. Yeah, yes, I had a lot of people have a lot of things to say about her, and she still goes live. So at some point, we'll find out when that happens, and we'll try to catch her when she's live, and then stream it live as well. The way I do streaming, you guys that see me with Vanessa know how I do the streaming. I don't just put the video up, but I like to go live with it and do commentary and stop the video if I have to. We'll talk about stuff and get my reaction, right? Because that's why I like to call them reaction videos, and that's what people like to see. So that's the kind of video it's going to be. Hello, everyone who's joining in just now. Hey, Kathy. Yo, Chris Baker. Cindy is here. Oh, Cindy. Vanessa loves Cindy. Carolina, hi there. Yeah, the whole Vanessa thing was... It got to a point where she just got very repetitive, right? So you can pick a video, go back to my library and pick a video, and then pick another one like from a year back. They're similar. They're very similar. She keeps on with the same. So she was banned for a while from Facebook. She didn't go live. She doesn't like using YouTube for that reason. She can't go after your profile and attack you and show you and talk about you and call you names. So she just quit going live. And then these other people came up with a platform, and they started going live with their page, and she joins them from time to time. Hey, Rosanna. Thank you so much. And she was something else. And it was, but it got to a point where it got boring. Bam and I were watching a video once, and we literally almost, both of us fell asleep. And that's when I decided, I know this is getting, there's nothing new here. So we kind of laid off. I laid off a little bit, but then she comes back and she's more fascinating stuff. And by fascinating, I don't mean, wow, it's great to watch, but it's great to watch because like people like to watch a train wreck, right? And that's the sense I'm talking about. And she's always up to things, and she wears her stethoscope and her home healthcare nurse outfit. She's in her car, seems like 80 hours a day. And anyway, it was fun. It was fun for a little while, but maybe it's time to move on from that. I know she'll love that. Of course, if she ever pops back on, of course, we're going to see what's up with her. And her court cases, I'll try to keep you guys updated with that. So anyway, yeah, she loves Bam too. She does. Bam went live with her once. It was epic. Ugh. She invited people live, and Bam decided, hey, I'm gonna see if she will accept my request. And she invited Bam live. Oh my goodness, it was one of the greatest shows ever. It was so funny. Yeah, some good time. There was a lot of video, a lot of content there. It was hilarious. Yeah, no, it's nothing new. It's just the way she, and since she had her makeover, now she's showing everything off, and she'll do the whole thing. What? Oh, you want to see my outfit? Oh, okay. Then she'll stand up and like pose and turn around and yeah. I'm sure somebody asked you that they want to see your outfit, right? And it's always skin tight and low cut, and maybe it's appealing to some. To me, it's not. It's like out of proportion, and it just, man. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's I don't know. That's another thing we could do a revisit for some of you who are, if you're interested, show your interest. Put something in the comments, and we'll get to that in the next few days. Maybe we'll show some. Maybe I'll replay some of the old videos. But anyway, and then Janelle, I've been seeing her pop up. I see her on some of the awareness pages. The main one being can't think of it right now. Somebody tell me, what's that page? My apologies to that page. I just see so many of them. Ultimate Deception, I think. Yeah, Ultimate Deception. And so I see her face all the time, and I tried to watch once, and I don't think I was watching maybe a good video. I know it has a lot of makeup stuff, and she was just talking, like rambling. Like, it wasn't appealing. But the requests keep coming up. Oh yeah, pot and meat kettle. That's another page. And so finally somebody broke through and said, you got to show this and you got to talk about it. And people, the way I see it, people like to watch a train wreck for whatever the reason, but it's entertainment. So we'll probably give it a try. We'll see how that goes. So back to Vanessa. She was on the other day, and I think we will start with that right now. Hey, Susan. Yeah, you got to see the Vanessa thing at Christmas too, when she had her. Was it Christmas? What party was it? Remember? She got all dressed up for some party in a gold, super shiny dress, and she was parked outside. And she was in her car. Oh, what? Somebody says, oh, you want to see my dress? Okay, hang on. And she went outside the car, or wherever she was, and started posing and spinning and turning around and adjusting her dress. And think, So let's watch some of this. And this is classic Vanessa.
I'm here.
And I haven't wanted to do it until
I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
And if you know her, if you've seen her before, if you've been following her, I think she looks terrible.
You can hear me?
What's with her mouth?
I've been real quiet. Look at her. Crazy.
Okay, so a little bit of the backstory on that was she's always been fighting with this woman. Her name is Ophelia, one of the peacocks. There's a peacock page. If you know, you know. You can talk about it in the comments. And they're neighbors. They live across the street from each other, basically. And she's one of the people that Vanessa is accusing of arranging for the assault that happened. Kidnapping and assault, she says. And they just don't, this woman, Ophelia, just doesn't like her. And they go at it, on the lives, and they went back and forth. And so she's talking about that woman who's talking about her. This was over Halloween or just before Halloween or right around her. And that's when she says that woman, that's who she's talking about. I mean, they're freaking enemies for sure.
Look at her going crazy. I've been real quiet. I haven't said anything because you all know, and she knows. And I don't give a fuck if she's listening. In fact, hold on. Let me copy this link to send it to the RPD page. 1 second. Hold up. Because she loves to do that. She loves to do that. So, let me do that.
She said she was gonna
Okay, the RPD page has this.
send the link to the
You don't be
Raymondville
scaring
Police
me or
Department.
telling me any-
So they've been going at it back and forth. There's other people involved as well with other pages. And they're all calling the police on each other and having each other arrested and pressing charges on each other for cyber stalking or harassment. And it's at a ridiculous point right now. It's gotten way out of hand. It went from just a simple back and forth dislike, and now it got physical and people assaulting each other's property and stuff. And then it just it should have ended a long time ago.
Anything like that at all. Where do I begin, right? Where do I begin? Can somebody let me know the minute that she
Why don't you begin where
makes
she
it aware that yes, but let me know when she's aware that I'm speaking.
why don't you begin when she used to wish that you were dying, that you would die?
Okay, first of all, this is what prompted me to come out here. You're right.
So, real quick, sorry to keep stopping it. But Vanessa was always the one to be the victim. She's got to make herself out to be the victim. And she'll always try to refer back to her whole history. And there's no, I mean, we could watch this now, and then you could pick a video from 2 years ago, and you see the similarities. I mean, there's like no difference. And remember when I said she was banned for like 5 months or whatever? When she came back, or the possibility of her coming back, we were all thinking, at least I was like, well, maybe she likes to call level up. Maybe she leveled up and maybe she's in a better place mentally. Nope. When she came back, she picked up right where she left off, and it was very disappointing. I was disappointed for her. So you're going to hear a lot of her being the victim, her being the survivor, and all this stuff.
¿Cómo que yo no quiero hablar de lo que pasó 4 años? Digo, first of all, lady, you are only known because your very first video from beginning to end was judging me. That is unequivocal. You cannot argue with that. You can't. So when that woman says, I've only been defending myself, first of all, that is my plight. You're trying to switch destinies with me, which I think is really weird. She's acting like if she got herself involved in this because this was a good humanitarian thing to do. And then because she got involved in this and she was standing up for the right thing, people were coming after her. No, you involved yourself with hate. You thought it was cool back then, and it was cool back then, to participate in the hate against me. That's why your first video was nothing but hate. And that right there, that video proves everything that you're saying is a lie.
And she loves to go off on the she throws the word hate around like it's candy. Everything is hate. If you disagree with her, it's hate. If you don't like her, it's hate. And she'd love to use that word.
About your involvement in this. And you're right. The Raymondville Police Department of today is not the Raymondville Police Department of nearly 10 years ago. No. And whether they know it or not, there may or may not be an active United States Department of Justice, a group of people that have been tasked with the situation. And if you think that the U.S. Department of Justice doesn't care about small town shit like this, Go ask all the 4 small towns that have had kind of very similar issues to what we're going through here in Willoughby County, and ask how why does the Department of Justice care about them? What happened to me was a hate crime, and we're gonna get to this right now. What happened to me was a hate crime. Chiefskis is a name that's used to put down a neurodivergent person who this hateful woman claims her kids are neurodivergent.
That's right, neurodivergent. I forgot.
It's not good to be making fun of or doing anything bad to any neurodivergent, right? But how come it's okay for you to do that to me? And you want to make yourself a martyr that it's being done to your children, and the only reason that your children got involved was because you got involved with this hate against me. And your first video is proof, and every video after that is proof. That what made me ask to go live right now is the bullshit she said right now. No me hables de 4 años. No me hables de 4 años. Oh, no. Let's talk about this year. Let's talk about this year. Let's talk about since the penal code has changed. No, let's talk about this year because you have a little trail going to your house. Remember, I sent this link to the Rainbow PD. You have a little trail going to your house, worn out, going to the Rainbow PD, making the people in our community think that somehow the Rainbow PD is going to be doing some corrupt ass shit for you. Somehow the Rainbow PD, like the Rainbow PD in the past, wanted to misinterpret our United States Constitution. This woman is a mimic. That's not an opinion, it's true.
I put a question up there if you guys could
I made a video one day stating,
answer that if you could, please.
what can I do to prove to people that this woman will copy anything regarding me? And I literally stated, I'm just gonna pop my lips.
Oh, and you should see.
What has she been doing?
You should see what we called food porn videos. Oh my goodness! Talk about funny. Talk about some real entertainment. And we had Bam on, and we're watching her eat a sandwich. Oh man, some of these, I gotta say, were freaking great.
Since then, every time she feels brava, every time she feels, like a teenager, there she is popping her lips. You know why? Because that's Vanessa Tijerina energy. That's good energy. And this whole time, since you came back from Mexico, you've been trying to rebrand your hate into a good, wholesome image. I'm no longer the woman that just a few months ago, this year, not 4 years ago, was in complete violation of that penal code. No, I'm not her. I'm the woman that gives bikes away. I'm not the woman that states, I don't know why people watch other people that they don't like when all I had to do was post a video of her watching my TikTok and going absolutely crazy.
She's not on TikTok anymore.
Pretending to vomit. Why are you watching people you don't like?
So she went on TikTok a couple times, but the one time I remember, one more recent time, TikTok people do not like her, and they let her know that. That's why she never returned to doing a live. She would still post her videos and stuff. Although I think right now she took down her account. But she don't like TikTok, man. And TikTok let her know that they did not like her, and it was hilarious. The comments were amazing.
Trying to embarrass me. Everything that's in the penal code was what she was trying to do 6 months ago. This year, not 4 years ago. It's just because Vanessa Tijerina hasn't gone to the police station. What you try to do is what's all over my page as proof.
So the other ladies that are on this program did not chime in. Like,
and I was like, what do you mean you don't want to talk about
40, over 40, whenever that
year?
question was a few minutes
That
ago.
law has been in place for 3 years.
They haven't
You
chimed in.
violated it this year.
I'm thinking they're like
You violated
sleeping,
it this year.
or they went to make a sandwich, or they're in the
And what I'm
bathroom or
saying
something.
is protected under the First Amendment.
But this one keeps chatting, and I don't think anybody's
what
listening to
I'm
her.
saying,
There were people that commented, it's like, why don't you get your own platform and
I
go
am defending
grandstand over
myself.
there?
I am the woman that you pretend to be every single freaking day of your life. I'm who you pretend to be every day of your life. Because before you set eyes on me, you were that woman that was just making those kind of, loud noises, and no one had even heard of you but your family and the people that you had been harassing before that. But no, you thought that it was gonna be cool. Wait till the world knows
I want to try.
that my Rio Grande Valley thought it was so cool, and you were one of them. We're gonna go ahead and call this Cheeskies TV. Think about this, haters. Anybody watching?
Hey, you guys okay with this layout, or go back to the other way? This way you can see the comments right on the screen. But I don't know if you prefer this or back to the way it was.
How many of your kids have autism?
Just let me know.
How many of your kids have ADHD? How many of your kids are neurodivergent? Right? Chisqueada, chisquis is a synonym for the R word in Spanish. But how many people to this day have pages with that derogatory term that Meta, aka Facebook, is not aware of? But the entire Hispanic community watching that is very well aware of that. YouTube is not aware of it yet either.
Hey, Gail.
It's not.
Hey, Applejack.
But that's why I wanted to come on.
Yeah, she's done. And then there's
Go ahead and talk about that costume.
So if you don't know much about her, and I don't want to repeat this over and over for all you guys that do know about her, she's self-diagnosed herself with being on the autism spectrum. She uses that a lot. She used it to scam Starbucks out of grilled cheese and coffee or something, remember? Oh, God. And I think back at all these times, and she just... The nerve of her to do that was unreal. But she's not on the spectrum. I've never heard anyone who's got autism even talk about their autism. It's like they don't even mention it. They don't. It's not a topic of discussion in their mind because they don't know. But this one keeps throwing it out there all over the place every single chance she gets. Oh, I'm on the spectrum. I have autism. And it's a lie. She doesn't have autism. The one thing she does have, for sure, is ADHD. That's for sure.
That's not right. First of all, we all know. Let me tell you something. Mera Verga, she is going to say what that costume was about. I would have saved a lot of money though, because regardless of what we're talking about, this is just on a side note.
Yes, Amber.
If I already had the nose and the features and everything else, that literally you would look at me, and the minute you would look at me, you'd think, witch. I wouldn't be wasting money looking like a witch when I look like a witch 365 days a year, 366 on leap year. What do you mean this holiday is witch? Why are you wasting money on?
Oh, and you saw the comments there earlier. I don't need no megaphone. Oh my goodness! Election day a few months ago, or earlier in the year, locally here, another epic performance where she went to Ophelia was running for mayor, and this one decided to show up and cause a scene out there. Oh my goodness, that. Roy. Oh man, you had to see it. It was great. It was great entertainment. It was, not gonna lie. It was awesome.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. If we were talking about somebody that looked like a witch. Right? Right. Let's talk about fupas. Fupas are not in that area. They're not in that area. Fupas are the triangular area below the pelvis between the legs, called the mons pubis. Two different words. But then again, what can we expect when we are literally listening to somebody that demonstrates her logic, lack of, in my opinion, lack of reason and lack of sensibility and practicality. A fupa's not there. That's what you stuffed into those pants was to look like a paniculus. You see the difference? A paniculus is that little bit of apron. A lot of us get a really big one. Some of us get a really tiny one, especially after having a baby. It's the skin that hangs over. That's a paniculus. This is basic analogy and physiology. A fupa is a...
Here's just a little flashback.
Roy. All day long, Roy.
Oh my goodness. Brings back memories. Those are fun to watch. She was unhinged. It was quite something.
The fat cat.
Oh.
Which I still have, by the way.
She loves her fat cat, by the way.
Well, before anybody supporters say, well, yeah, but your stomach is, because what? Because what? Because I got surgery on the outside? Because we have somebody right now stand up saying, my stomach is flat. Your stomach is flat because you got surgery on the inside. You got surgery on the inside, but you want to put people down that got surgery on the outside. That still has a flat stomach. But you want to stand up to your audience and show off how you do not have, a stomach that's not flat. But you don't want to add to that the reason that I don't have a stomach. If y'all have seen my previous pictures, if somebody wanted to dress like me for Halloween, they'd probably, have to stuff their clothing because I was much bigger.
Amber,
if somebody wanted to be
as we know,
and dress like me.
As far as we know, she is still licensed in Texas as the LVN.
Stomach that I had prior to my gastric sleeve.
Oh, what? It's a gastric sleeve now.
I'm lying.
Is that what she said?
Like the minute that I say a lie, please stop me.
Hold on.
Okay, just so your stomach is flat because you got surgery on the inside.
Did she just say she got a gastric sleeve?
You got surgery on the inside, but you want to put people down that got surgery on the outside. That still has a flat stomach. But you want to stand up to your audience and show off how you do not have, a stomach that's not flat. But you don't want to add to that the reason that I don't have a stomach. If y'all have seen my previous pictures, if somebody wanted to dress like me for Halloween, they'd probably, have to stuff their clothing because I was much bigger. If somebody wanted to be cruel and dress like me for Halloween, they'd have to stuff their pants to show a non-flat stomach that I had prior to my gastric sleeve.
Okay, well, I didn't know she had a gastric sleeve. That's the first time I hear it. That's the first time I think that I recall that she ever mentioned she had a gastric sleeve.
Okay, just so the minute that I'm lying, please stop me. So let me tell you something. I've been waiting. Because you all know that whenever I go live, I'm going to go ham.
But then again, she's always lying anyway, so who knows if she really had a gastric sleeve. She was always going with, it was a mommy makeover, which was a tummy tuck and implants. And we think she got some fat sucked out of her neck because she had this bandage here for a long time.
Ham in every legal, lawful, ethical way possible. Dan, are you watching this shit? You know me, Dan. I sat in your office.
And it's funny how she just talking.
A long time.
And talking and
a
talking.
long time I sat in your office. Did he have?
Uninterrupted.
Right?
Like she's talking to someone in particular.
A long time. You're gonna be known forever as a lawyer to that. I mean, right? I mean, shit, I don't know. I guess if I was a lawyer and I would just be taking somebody's money too, I guess. If I was that kind of lawyer. So let me tell you something. Your client's going to take you this right now, and I know what you're going to tell her.
What's up?
You're going to ask her questions first. You're going to say, does she really have a video of you putting her down?
Right. Keep that in mind. She's talking on somebody else's show. Like they're just allowing her. And it's funny later when she's like wrapping up and they say, well, we got to go watch.
This year? Reacting to one of her TikToks? Yeah, but I didn't say her name. You don't got to say her name. You've given her so many names that people already know who your neighbor, not the one you're giving your electricity to, but the neighbor that you've been talking shit about for 4 years. The neighbor that has been defending herself for 4 years. The neighbor whose window you came to and she saw your ass.
You guys remember when she was high as a kite and she kept saying that Ophelia's son was up in her attic? Oh, and she kept looking up. Oh, it was the funniest thing.
When you jumped the fence, because right next to you, that neighbor, who is me, by the way, 2 weeks after I was recovering from the beating that I will always say she had everything to do with. But now I have proof.
She was on a show, something...
So for the last 4 years, and she's been saying, what a coincidence that I get beat up like, what was that?
Spilling
Her
the
first
tea
video was
with,
July of 2020?
Spilling the tea or
What
something.
a coincidence that she wants to claim stalking when she's on video.
That's not the first time. She
After a
whenever
certain
she's
man
invited like that, she just takes over. She
says,
tries to take
no, I'll
over.
give you gas money. Go right around and find out where she's at. Mm-hmm. And she did, and she told the whole world. She disclosed my location. Mm-hmm.
I was actually waiting to hear
only
some snoring. I thought, man, these ladies fell asleep or something.
hateful videos. Up until that, though, that man was paying people. Why was she the other day? Like, Charles Adams. I don't know who that is, but she don't like Charles Adams. She's trying to get Charles Adams in trouble. But Charles Adams, did a wonderful job of showing how she has stalked me. Right? Charles Adams, I don't know if Charles Adams knows this, but that very solemn video where she's telling Frank Marr, I lost $100 has nothing to do. Those $100 didn't have anything to do with them putting something in my car.
Oh yeah, the other.
Those were two different attempts of damaging me. People don't know that. No. The $100 that she was really not even hers. It was money that was given to her, is what was told to me. Was given to her by John Allen to buy liquor to somehow get.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the $100, but John Allen is the other gentleman who she is accusing of
and then drive. And
Orchestrating the attack on her.
That was that $100.
So Christmas Eve, 2020. Damn.
It may not be a lot of money. That's not the same money
2020 was it?
that we're talking about.
2021. I can't remember. Now I forgot. I've been so detached from this.
And because I'm gonna bring it up.
She was. Somebody called her. She was running for something, office, some political. Oh, we have to talk to you. It's about your campaign. It's real important. Okay, what is it? Oh no, we have to talk to you in person.
None of these ladies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to come here to the motel, blah 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 motel. Like.
September the 24th of 2020.
Okay, I'll be right there.
None of these ladies are evil.
And she goes by herself, apparently with a backseat full of presents and toys for her kids. And she said she was kidnapped, held against her will. They beat the crap out of her. Pictures are posted on her page. She loved to show her photos of her face swollen and bruised up and stuff. She loves to. I'm not kidding. She loves to show it. And so that's what she says happened. And I have video of her straight from her mouth right after the attack, explaining that she was attacked because the new girlfriend of her ex was jealous, and the guy's got a tattoo that says Vanessa on his back or something. And the girlfriend was jealous, and the new girlfriend had this one. That's who beat her up. And somehow that turned into Ophelia, John, and Frank conspired and paid somebody to have her beat up. It makes no sense. I've talked to all those people. They had nothing to do with that. Some of them were not even in town. And she even tried to include me in that attack, which I promptly looked up and I was like, hey, I was out of town. I got proof. I got receipts. Because I didn't want her to do that shit again. But this is what she does. She just goes on and on and on. And she would talk for 3 or 4 hours at a time. Like if she was talking to someone. Like if somebody was listening to her. Like trying to make her case.
After I demonstrate a constitutionally protected right that no matter if you say that's hate speech, it's not. It's literally your words that were not cut up. No, ma'am. If anything, it was repeated and it was slowed down. That it was never cut up. Nothing was taken out of context. You said that shit this year. So not only were you critiquing me, trying to put me down, you were real mad when I had the nerve to put on a two-piece bikini. Right? Yeah. You got off your live video right now, didn't you? You got off your live video because aquí te tengo, cabrona.
She lives by herself.
Aquí te tengo. You see that? You took that from me. The other day you said, because somebody said, how are you? And you were like, I don't want to copy anybody, but I'm surviving. Imagine, you don't want to copy anybody. But that's why you're like, hi everybody. Hello. Hi. You know? And then you know what's her name? We know what's her name. Right? That was gonna shoot, you know, we know what's her name. Right? That hasn't shown up, you know.
I believe that, Cindy.
Stuff, and that's important. Right?
So there were some attempts by some judges in the past who told her stay off social media or don't talk about your case, stay off social media. Of course, she didn't obey, and she just got reprimanded, but nothing happened to her. So, okay, so the food stamp fraud case, which happened like 4 years ago, maybe 6, was going to go forward. Delay after delay after delay. A lot of the delays her attorney came up with, and they delayed it. She kept firing her attorney, so they had to get a new attorney, and it delayed it for that. Delay. Then the district attorney, they started delaying it for whatever their reason. Well, we got to delay. We have to continuance. Okay. And a few months ago, earlier this year, her attorney requested that the case be dismissed. And the judge said, yes, case dismissed. The district attorney filed an appeal. So they're waiting to hear back from the judge still for that appeal. That's been months and months already, if I'm not mistaken. February, maybe? January, February? I can't remember. I forgot. The district attorney said if the judge grants the appeal, we'll go forward with the case. Set a new date, and we'll have the case. If the judge denies the appeal, then they plan to re-indict her and start over again. But as of right now, nothing has happened. Like nothing. It's just sitting there. Courts are backlogged, and now it's Christmas time, holiday season coming up. It wouldn't surprise me if we had no news on this until spring. That wouldn't surprise me. But we do have someone on the inside who, when something does happen, I get updated, and I always bring that to you guys. Not that we care necessarily, but a lot of people's argument are, why do you care? Why do you follow her? Why do you care about her? Like, you know what? For a long time, she went live so many days a week, so many hours a day, putting her personal, private stuff out there, going live with everything, even with her kids. The arrest video when her kid's crying in the back seat, the police are trying to get into the car. Horrible moment. She put her life out there in public. She made people be interested. She made people interested. So guess what? Does it go on and on and on and on? Now you don't want people interested? Well, too bad. Now we want to know what the outcome is going to be. And that's another reason why, we continue to follow and react to it. Because we want to see how things are going. She's not allowed any contact with her daughters at all. They tried personal contact. They said, don't talk about your ex-husband. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. She talked about it. No more personal visits, phone calls. Don't talk about your ex-husband. Don't talk about the court case. Don't. She talked about it. Okay, we're going to try supervise. We're going to try supervise phone calls. Don't talk bad about your ex-husband. Don't talk about the case. She talked about it. So they had to pull that. Finally, it was no contact. No contact at all whatsoever. Anything she wanted to give the kids, she had to go to her attorney, and the attorney had to go to the other attorney. And that's where it stands right now, still. And at one point, she talked about giving up her parental rights altogether. And then she kind of walked that back. But that she put that on the table there. And she had a chance to appeal the custody battle when it first happened. She appealed. Okay, you can appeal it. Fine. It's $200 the fee, and then you can appeal it. Well, she missed the deadline. She never came up with the money. So a week or two after that, she went back begging, pleading. Okay, we'll give you 7 days, 7 or 10 days, whatever it was. Bring in the fee, and we'll start the appeal process. She never did. She never went back. And she lost full custody of the kids. And there was one video, I have it out there. I think I have it on TikTok. I think. If not, I do have it. Where somebody asked her, would you rather have a peaceful life or Facebook drama? That was a question. Would you rather have a peaceful life or Facebook drama? She had to think about it. And she thought about it. I don't know, 30 seconds maybe? And she said she would rather have Facebook drama. She explained why. She said she already had a peaceful life. Who wouldn't want a peaceful life? If somebody told you, take this pill and you'll have a peaceful life. No matter what happens, you'll have a peaceful life. Who wouldn't take that pill? She refused. So anyway, sorry, we're a little more than halfway through this thing.
Yes, go tell her. Go tell Dan I'm saying that shit too, because y'all both y'all's lawyers. And what's he gonna tell you? She's right. She's not lying. And she's defending herself.
The arrest video is pretty awful.
It is my opinion that they're trying to change your image so much that's why you're like, guys.
The arrest video is disturbing. I gotta stop this. There were some other videos that she's arguing with people just at the gas station parking lot. And it was disturbing mostly because you can see her, you can hear the kids yelling at these people also, calling them names, and that's when I learned, that she was manipulating her kids, to be victims as well, to say that she was a victim. And the kids don't know. Kids are impressionable. And they're going to believe their mom, and she got the kids believing that as well, and that bothered the crap out of me.
Hey, you should talk about this because people are going to care about it. What's so sad is that other people haven't caught on, but you are trying so hard.
A physical fight, man?
You are trying so hard.
Not that I've ever heard of. No.
To get a Vanessa Tijerina, Robb Elementary School shooting moment. That's why every time there's a school shooting, you go crazy. It's never going to be the same because you're not smart enough to understand, in my opinion, that is the worst school shooting that we will ever see in modern day history, because there wasn't just one killer there was 20.
Well, she says
One
she
in the
said
classroom
she's spoken to her
and
mom here and
19
there. I
in
guess
the
she has
hallway.
contact with her mom and
We know that now because two of them
her sons on occasion.
were
She says.
indicted. What about the other 17 that were trained in the exact same way? Right? So I was right from the beginning. There was 20. Because when you're a police officer, you go in there and you hear that your compañeros outside are not letting the parents in to save their kids. You can't even try to shoot through the damn window. The trooper was going to kneel on his knees while he heard all these kids asking for help, screaming for help. Then you're going to be there saying that we took so long because we were trying to look for keys when you didn't even know that the door was unlocked because you didn't even try it. I'm saying and I'm mentioning all that because not only do you want to have a Uvalde school shooting moment like Vanessa, which also goes to show you're trying to switch. You are so, in my opinion, that woman is so obsessed with me that she is literally trying to swap destinies with me. She feels that she is smarter than the Raymondville PD, that she's smarter than the governor, that she's smarter than the attorney general, that she's smarter than everybody at the United States Department of Justice. And just because we got a shitty ass district attorney that failed to rule out John Allen and you and everybody else that was on the live video, she didn't even bother. If I was the one, and I just found this out a month ago, because of course I'm going to talk about it again. If I was the one that was being charged with all that, and then Hinojosa would have requested every single freaking thing, and that she would have gone full CSI. Full CSI that she knows.
So remember, there's 3 or 4 other ladies that are hosting this chat. And Vanessa's just going on and on and on and on.
You're lucky, Cordova, that you ain't gonna do shit to Cordova. First of all, you don't know how to write or speak, in my opinion.
Cordova is the presiding judge over most of her cases.
Vanessa Tijerina was able to get Cordova off of all of her cases.
Yeah, that's not actually how it worked, but
Cordova was too embarrassed to admit that to Vanessa Tijerina. That when Vanessa Tijerina got what she needed, it proved right there that he was taken off every one of my cases. He did not have a choice.
That's right. Meg guess
you ain't me.
That was Ophelia and her sister.
You can take on everything about me. Don't talk about I don't want to copy somebody because you've been copying me.
Ophelia and Ophelia's sister, Angie, they were just having their Halloween night, doing the little Halloween antics. They were dressed up like witches and making a witch's brew, and they were tombstones with certain people's name on it. Just having Halloween fun. And the guy that she used to date, which they don't call it that they were boyfriend, girlfriend, but she lived in his house. His name was Roy. Roy's sisters walked over to that house where Ophelia was at, and they just started going at it. And Ophelia bit this lady in the forehead. I know it's not funny, but you see the bite mark. They took the whole skin off. It was hanging by a piece of flesh. Ophelia bit the lady right here in the forehead. Became a big old brawl. Police were called and everything. It was, yeah, it got messed up like that.
You've been copying me. La Mera Verga is gonna say who she dressed up as. La Mera Verga is gonna say who she dressed up as. No se va a culiar. a body seat.
I wonder if she actually thinks people care
But
what
we
she's
all
saying.
know that. We all know that that's not what that is there. That ain't no mera verga. A mera verga does not have to say she's a mera verga, because just by listening, just by being around her, just by her walking in a room, you know, esa es una mera verga. Yeah. So why would the same lady that since the penal code, Annette, Grimville PD, since you already got the link, why would a lady that's been making a trail to you, trying to get, everybody arrested, why would a lady, because I'm going to post all those videos, say, in like 3 or 4 or 5 videos, right? Why doesn't she let it go? The people that did it were already arrested. Man, if I was those families, I'd be pissed at a lot of people for not doing a proper investigation, because ain't nobody in the world other than the people in Raymondville, Texas, are going to believe that the barely adult humans that put hands on me cared about having 2 phones recording me and a live stream, and that it was just I'm involved. No. But it's okay, because that's a hate crime. You see, the Department of Justice says that a hate crime is an organized crime that was perpetrated against a person from a protected class. In my case, I'm a woman. Y'all coward ass people do that shit to a woman. When I say y'all coward ass people, I'm not talking to the kids that were in the room that did that to me.
There's like 10 minutes, 12,
I'm talking to the ones
minutes
that
left.
finessed them. They have never been ruled out. I have a paper that I haven't read yet. That's not even 2 weeks old.
Oh, fairly a bit, that lady.
Stating the complete opposite of what the 4 videos were stating.
Took a mouthful.
Where this same woman, who has been trying to swap destinies with me for 4 years, in 4 different videos says, why doesn't she leave me and Lupe and John Allen alone? The case is closed. The case is closed.
It
and
is
then she went
closed.
really crazy. He's like, the case is closed. I'm not even kidding. It's embarrassing that I have to say it like that, because you're going to know that I'm not kidding, and all I have is my word. That's all I've ever had. When Vanessa...
The case is closed of her beating and all that. That case is colder than the vegetables that she doesn't have in the refrigerator. It's closed. Nothing is going to come of that anymore. Everything she says about it from this point forward, from 2 years ago forward, is a bullcrap lie. She keeps saying she has evidence. She's never shown the evidence. If you had the evidence, wouldn't you show it?
over dramatizes something, that's because it was that dramatic. When Vanessa says it very underwhelming, that means that it was boring. When Vanessa says it was this way, you can best believe it was that way.
Aletta, that's funny.
It gives
Make
you that
asylums
feeling.
great again.
You know why? Because I know words. I know a lot of words that evoke emotion. I don't just know supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I can say that without having to remember the themes, because I'm smart. I can say that without the music in my mind. I've been saying it my whole life. Another thing, riffraff is not a feud between two people. I can read you the Merriam-Webster, which is the gold standard of what words mean here in the United States and the world, really. But I want the fact checkers to go check. A riffraff has never been a quarrel between two people. A riffraff is not a quarrel. In my opinion, you're a riffraff. Everybody that finessed those kids as scapegoats to do 8, 10, and 15 years for beating my face all the people that Annette Hinojosa did not rule out, including your ass and including John Allen, because they didn't. Go tell the Ravenville PD. They're just going to be like, that's her right to say that.
There's like 10 minutes
Because
left on
it's
this
true.
thing. Just wanted somebody to sit through
Those
this.
people that got those kids to do that are riffraff, because those kids are not even riffraff, because they are
Just
so
because.
impressionable. They grew up in one of the poorest areas of the nation. You're lucky if I don't put Rainbow on the map and I start to campaign for their release. I'm not even kidding. All over the United States. This lady that these people, what is it? What is it? Because at first they're going to be like, that's crazy. Why would she campaign for their release? That's why, and it all makes sense. What's up with that corrupt ass Annette Hinojosa? Yeah, that's within my right too, because, well, she's an official. I can say that. Okay? So let's not be talking about what happened 3 or 4 years ago. Let's talk about what happened this year. Let's talk especially about the video. You know what you want? I love. And I'm like, you know what?
I think right around now, in a couple of minutes, they're trying to say, all right, well, we got to go or whatever. And then do you watch?
Not just the fact that you lied about the case not being closed, and I have a paper from 2 weeks ago stating that the case is not closed, that Annette Hinojosa wrote to Ken Paxton. It's going to affect our prosecutorial efforts. What prosecutorial efforts? You let the one out on medical leave, which is probably even the most dangerous one there. Because 9 months prior, if I'm correct,
Julie.
a U.S. District Court judge out
Ruby
of
Bond.
Corpus
And,
Christi stated,
Lucy, yeah, she
this
is.
person should never have bond because she committed the crime that she's in this court for right now that we are speaking of right now.
It's like that venereal
While she was
disease
on
you
bond.
can't get rid of.
It states clearly she's a danger to the community. And who did Annette Hinojosa leave out? And who didn't show up for sentencing? And why is the case still open? Because of that one. And what a coincidence that all of the children, all of the young kids that were involved, the only one that was given that much leniency by her that is not doing time right now is the one who half her family can make better choices, but the other half is in law enforcement. Oh, yeah. I love her grandparents. They're beautiful people. Her grandparents know exactly why I love them. Yep. I think that matters. She's the only one from Cordova and Annette Hinojosa, because when everybody knows how close Cordova and Annette Hinojosa, where they grew up and how please. Nepotism at its finest. Yes.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I need to get off, and I think
I don't want to interrupt you, but I have to interrupt you. Why are they being so kind to her? I don't know. It's like, all right, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We got to go, blah, blah, blah.
I understand.
Can you join us tomorrow?
Yeah, just tell me what's wrong.
I really think that people should, there's a lot that you need to tell everybody.
Write down all your questions.
More than she's already said? Really?
Yes, and because
write down all your questions, because man, what really bothers me is cuando se cree bien teenager. Hey guys. I had to stop saying guys because she was saying guys. I was like, ew, let me stop saying that.
Kathy, you will send her a stream request tomorrow?
Yes, we can.
Because
Thank you.
I think you deserve a whole show, Vanessa.
Oh.
I love you.
Yeah, because we've never given her a whole show before. You know how much time we devoted to listening to her speak? It's not even funny. Sometimes we even got to cut through her videos just to get past all the nonsense. And why doesn't she go live from her own platform? Is she restricted again? She says a lot of racist thing. It makes a lot of racist comments. Oh yeah, she don't like white people. No. If you're a white woman, be careful. She's gonna come after you. Yep. Stay out of brown folk business. Yep, I swear. I'm not kidding. Stay out of brown folk business. Yeah.
I really do.
I love y'all, and you all know that I'm on bond. Everything that I'm going to say has nothing to do with this platform, and they are my thoughts, they are my feelings. And when you hear me speak, that's what the fuck democracy is. That's what democracy is. That's what democracy looks like. And it's not my fault that I grew up in Raymondville, Texas, with everybody around me thinking that I was stupid when I was the complete opposite. And I hope everybody, all you haters and all you supporters, understand that your kids may be different and they may not be neurotypical, but those are the ones that change the world.
Yeah, I see a comment here that says, where is that comment? Dang it, I can't find it. It's like, why are they letting her talk and stuff? And I get it. I'm not knocking that at all. Why bring her on? I mean, she's going to bring views. People want to hear, oh, shit, this crazy chick is on again. Wonder what she's got to say, which is basically what it is. And I'm not knocking that show at all one bit. They were having I listened to most of it to see when this was going to start. And, they were having a little conversation. It was just a good conversation they were having. And then this one came along to hijack the whole thing. So there's a difference between going on somebody's platform and just grandstanding than having an interview. An interview is somebody asks you questions or they bring up a scenario and then they ask you to respond to it. That's what should have been done. Don't let her just take over. And I saw the comments afterwards, and there were some people that were like, why do you let her talk? She's got her own platform. Why do you bring her here? And there were a few comments like that. And I kind of agree. I mean, it's all right to have her on. Do what you want. Just, control it. Don't let her just take over.
Those are the ones that changed the world. Who do you think are the ones that went out to war? Way back then, there's just not that kind of war anymore. The neurotypicals weren't the one that went out there. Oh, it was the ones with ADHD and stuff. But yes, thank you, ladies. I just need to go ahead and put it out there now because I was like, what do you mean 4 years? Oh, I have to mention this because it was just a few months ago. Why?
Hi, Sonia.
Dan Mora, why are you lying to your client and saying that they're going to manipulate her videos? You know me, I ain't going to manipulate shit. I'm going to play from the beginning to the end. Why this year did you go on a rampage for nearly an hour, mad?
Yeah, Ruby, I streamed
that
that one.
I didn't get
her last
any
live.
bones broken in my face.
I've
you.
got that one.
That was you. Why did the RPD? Where did you go as cadet? That's number one suspect behavior. For real. The whole world knows that. It's common sense. And then do you remember the video where she said her and Frank? That's why they don't really go after each other. That's why ain't not one of them. Any one of them is never going to press charges on the other one because, in my opinion, they both have something to do with being on my face. Anyway, why would she say, and Frank Marseille, they weren't supposed to do all that to her. They were just supposed to give her cacheteadas.
That's where we're gonna start. That's where we're gonna start. I've got to go, ladies.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. And yes, we'll talk about it. But I'm going to say goodbye already. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, shit, I'm thinking about this shit forever because this ain't nothing. Go tell RPD. Go tell Dan. No one. He went to law school. Dan, you know. Nobody, you've never even seen anybody demonstrate democracy the way that I have.
Yeah,
never
demonstrated crap.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Good night, you guys, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If you, everything that I'm saying here is pure coincidence. And anything that is coincidental to anybody that may be watching, pues, I don't know what to tell you. Ponte el saco y abróchatelo al, you know? I don't know what to say, right? I love y'all. I mean, when people say, I like to fuck around, I'm a lady and everything.
Okay, good night.
Everything I do with intensity, including everything that
the videos, it's off like that because I cropped everything out. I was trying really hard not to show the other ladies who were hosting this thing.
People against me and opposing me think that they can do. I'll do it better. Okay? That's it, ladies. Thank you so much. Y'all take care. Okay, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be interesting. Kathy, if your audience wants to have any questions, I'll answer as much as I can. But they have to realize this. I know that you have people on your platform that don't like me. No. That's not my problem. When somebody doesn't like somebody else, it's a reflection of themselves.
No.
If I get asked an inappropriate question, very gracefully and very ladylike, I will say why that's inappropriate. And yeah, that's it. It's not going to be a free-for-all. It's not going to be like that. The people need to know that this person that's going out there, and tomorrow I will say how I've been wondering how a school district can allow bicycles to be given away by somebody that demonstrates hate the entire year.
Just keeps on and she
thinks
keeps on.
Just because I give away some bicycles, that everything's okay. I didn't.
Was it just be courteous and say, okay, goodbye?
Get all mad why a person would not have a bone in her face broken after all that. And then in October of the same year, state, I just got a big loan from the bank. You know why I got it? Because of God. That's why she didn't get her face broken. Because of God. But then again, what can I expect from my doppelganger? Go look that shit up. Go ask your cousin Google. I love you, ladies. Thank y'all so much. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Good night, Vanessa.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh boy. So that's the kind of thing we will go through night after night after night. But not just 45 minutes. It'd be like for 2 or 3 or 4 hours. And sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And do I miss it? I don't know. I mean, I miss the chat and you guys watching and all the comments, and the chat was something else. The chat was off the hook all the time, just like today. It's awesome. And in an entertainment sense is what I'm talking about. Was it entertaining? Hell yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But it did. Imagine that day after day after day after day, the same stuff every single day. Remember when the school shooting happened at Uvalde, Texas, at the Robb Elementary School? Remember that? She went on and on and on about that. And in the days after, she would do a show and she would say, "This is about Uvalde." And then 3 hours later, she wouldn't even get to it. And then in the middle of it, she would say, "We're going to talk about Uvalde. This is about Uvalde." She would just start arguing with somebody in the comments. That's what she lived for. Hey, Jessica. Nancy, ciao. How are you? Nice to see you again. She just couldn't stop. She loved to argue with the crowd. She says she doesn't like, she calls them haters, but she loves it. There were times where she had a certain topic in mind. Uvalde was one of them, was a lot during that time. But she would read the comments and somebody would say something and then she'd argue, and she would argue with somebody for half an hour. And then another comment, and then she'd argue with them for 15 minutes. And this is about Uvalde. And it would never happen. So, but anyway, yeah, that was that. That was her last. I don't know if she went live with them again or whatever. If you happen to know if she did, I don't think so because I didn't hear about it. I don't know why they would want that to happen again. I would be like, yeah, man, tomorrow. Okay, just make her hang up. Just make her hang up. Yeah, tomorrow, sure, yeah, we'll let you know. Just make her hang up. Just cut her off. I don't know why they didn't cut her off. They should have just cut her off. Hasn't been on. Okay, well, she probably will be. It wouldn't surprise me. But hey, you know what? It's whatever. It's people will watch just because they want to hear. And you see one of my hashtags for those who don't. Some of you don't know, what does it mean? Why does he say grilled cheese lives still matter? If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say with that. If you know, you know. But if you got to know, she was taking advantage of a grilled cheese sandwich. And, well, she was eating a chicken sandwich. And she was teasing a grilled cheese sandwich. It was so fucking weird. It was so bizarre. But yes, she was talking to a grilled cheese sandwich. Telling the grilled cheese sandwich that he shouldn't be jealous because he was eating the chicken sandwich. Oh my God. That's funny. That's on my page somewhere. It's oh yeah, she got unhinged when she went live. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago on her own page. That's up there also. Anyway, so from that we jump to the topic of confidence is beautiful. She did make love to the grilled cheese sandwich. Hey, Chihuahua Mama. She made love to the grilled cheese sandwich and to that. What was it? A chili cheeseburger once also? I think it was a chili cheeseburger. I'm telling you, it was food porn. And then we had Bam adding the sounds to it. Oh my God, it was so funny. That was a great comedy. It was that was something. I should repost those. Those are freaking funny. What do you guys know about? Then we talked about it a little bit. We're just going to go on a little bit more. We're already almost 2 hours, and I don't mind going long as long as we're having a good time and talking about shit. Janelle, I don't know her last name. I guess I don't need to know right now. But they've brought in some information to me, and oh yeah, she's this and she's that, and So I wanted to bring somebody on board who's going to kind of talk a little bit about it. If you don't know who she is, let's see if they're available. Because I'll be very honest, I don't know a thing about her at all whatsoever. I've tried to watch, I don't know, last year here and there. Maybe I just caught the wrong videos because it was just makeup and it didn't interest me. The other one also was Gigi. I don't know her real name. All I know is that's Gigi. And that was maybe a little more interesting from the parts that I saw, but I don't like that she kept bringing her kids into the camera view, and she had her kids around all the time. And I say I'd rather not, at the time anyway, I'd rather not do that. Like, why do you got to involve your kids in the crap that you do online and show the world? You know, there's a lot of nasty people out there. Yeah, I know, and that's another one that's I don't know. Maybe that'll happen too. I just don't know if what you guys want to watch. Would you have a preference? I mean, everybody's saying, Janelle, you got to show these and react. So, I mean, I'm going to do that. I think I am going to do that. Kathy, that's what I hear, man. Somebody told me that the other day. I'm like, what? This is the comment I'm talking about. I'm like, I can't believe that. It's like, how is she still free and not, put away? So I'll do this caption right here. I hope I spelled her name right. So today I put a post up that said, this person, do you have any interest? Let me know in the comments. And with the exception of one definite no and then another whatever, pretty much everybody was like, yes. And again, the reason I think people like what I did with Vanessa was that I would do commentary like this, and I'll stop it or we'll discuss certain things, and I'll go like, what? You react like a real reaction video. And some of these other exposure, or what do you call them, pages, awareness pages, don't really do that. They want to remain more anonymous. Could they get in trouble? I don't know. I'm not afraid of that kind of trouble. But I'm just exposing something that's on a public platform, right? So I don't mind being live and reacting to it and stuff like that. So, hey, Luella. Oh, the reason I was saying, how do you watch? Because, like, when I have a guest on, we'll be on a split screen, left and right. But we also have the option to do. Well, right now I don't, because I only got one person on here. The vertical one, like for a phone. And if I'm alone doing a live, I guess that wouldn't be bad either. But if I have a guest on, then we're going to be split like this. So I would rather do it with a guest. I'd rather do it this way, but I don't mind doing vertical, like if I'm alone. And I can't test it out now because it says that when I'm in this mode, I'm live. I can't switch it. Anyway. So I was digging a little bit. Hang on, let me get this out of here. trying to see what I could dig up. I wanted to go back to see when did this all start. How. So I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. I finally found the first video that says, "Oh, this is my new page," and she's doing makeup, or "This is my new page." It wasn't that long. Was it 30 minutes, 20 minutes? I can't remember. So I found that video, and someone is going to help me find the right videos, because if I am going to stream it, I want to know like everything, like what happened from the beginning. So we're going to try to put together a chronologically correct stream of videos. And I heard there was one video where, there's kids in the house. I don't know if they're her kids or her daughter's kids. And she called one of her kids a name, the R word, or something like that. And about being sick with cancer, I heard stuff about that. And and whenever she goes live, I'll try to catch it, and then we'll stream it live. I prefer to do that. I like to do that, actually. And I don't know how she's going to react to that. Does she know that people stream her live? Has she ever talked about that? Whoops. Because I know Vanessa didn't really like it. She said nothing bothers her, but when her minions would come to my page and watch, and then they would go back to her show and report to her, "Oh, Manny's live. He's streaming you right now." And then she would spend 30 minutes on trying to attack me, and it's just a funny situation. So I don't know if has she ever called out anyone for streaming her to live? These awareness pages. Do they ever stream her live? And I'm wondering how she feels about that. Not that I care. It's public, and I'm going to stream it. But is she crazy like that, like Vanessa? Like, that she... And just curious, that's all. I'm just wondering. And I know that a lot of the videos I saw, I thought they were her page, but they turned out to be awareness pages. In fact, one of them commented on something I put up the other day. I apologize. I can't think of the name right now. So anyway, I was going to put this up. Gigi will just block you, so you'd have to be creative if she's a block queen. Does she block more than Vanessa? Because Vanessa blocks everybody too. If you tell her, can I ask you an honest question? And if you start off with that and you're being sincere, you're done. She'll block you. There is no such thing as an honest question. It's like, come on. All right, let me find this video. Okay, this is here. Look at this, from July 28th of 2021. Oh, how come I can't hear it? Hold on. How come there's no sound? And I know there's sound because I listened to it earlier. Okay, maybe this ain't gonna happen right now then. Okay, well, this ain't gonna happen right now. There's no sound. So I have to see what that's all about. My apologies for that one. Unless it's a Facebook thing. I don't know. I got it from Facebook because of direct download. Let me open this up here and see if something is wrong with it. Real quick. Bear with me for just a minute, please. There's no sound to that. Why? Oh, well, I guess it's not going to happen tonight. I don't want to hold you up with all this stuff. But do look forward to that happening in the next couple days. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll be maybe showing here or there election day activities to see what the lines look like, see if anything's going on in different cities, how it's going. And then at 6 p.m. Central Time, Bam and I will go live and start to cover as polls start to close. And then, watching the numbers come in. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait. It's going to be quite a day tomorrow. So we'll do that. Revenue GG blocks if you put a laughing. Yeah, just like Vanessa. If you put she hates it when you put a laughing emoji. Oh my goodness. You put laughing emojis, she's triggered. And it's funny because Vanessa always says, "Oh, I'm not affected by anything. None of that bothers me. Yet she'll argue with somebody for 45 minutes because she's triggered and bothered. Yeah, it's funny. So, yep. We'll leave it at that for now. And my guest was having some issues getting online too, so I'll try to see what that's all about, and we'll figure it out for the next time. Tomorrow, maybe the next day after Election Day, and I'll try to get on as soon as possible. Thank you all for joining me this evening, putting up with a couple hours of What's Her Face, and we'll try to get some more entertainment for you in the next day or so and see where that goes. So, Gigi, yay or nay? And I can download the videos. I don't visit their page. I don't visit Vanessa's page at all. Why Vanessa has never blocked me is beyond me. I think she likes the attention. I've never tried to. I've said things about her, but I mostly try to call her out on her lies and stuff. Bam was the one who always took care of the insults and the 4-letter words. And he's quite good at it too, by the way. But she never blocked me. She could have blocked me, and then it would have made it a little more difficult for me to get the videos. I still would have got them, but she never blocked me for some reason. There are people that did say that she had a crush for as much as she didn't. And she didn't go hard on me, like talking about me. She would insult me here or there. He sells, I do sell Avon. I'm an authorized Avon representative. And that was her big thing to try to get me on. Like the aha moment. Oh, he sells Avon. What do you sell Avon for? Well, I do a lot of things. In this day and age, some people need a lot of things to get an income stream. And that's one thing she would try to come at me with. But she never went crazy. And it's like, why? And then people thought, oh, she's got a crush on you. That's why. Although she always said I was not, whatever. She called us ugly men. What did she call us one day? I can't remember. Some kind of food. She called me and Bam like some kind of food. It was so funny. Bologna and cheese. I can't remember. Anyway, she's never gone hard, like vicious hard. I know she's tried to find out, where I work and the things I do and stuff like that. And but I'm not afraid of that. I've already talked to my employer, and they already know what I do and who she is. Because she'll call and try to get you fired, or say that you're a hater or whatever. It's just nonsense. But anyway, I digress. I don't want to do a 20-minute goodbye like Vanessa does. Yeah, mayo and something, right? It was mayo and something, and I remember I called our show the mayo and pickles. I think it was mayo and pickles, right? Yeah, Luella, Manny, mayonnaise and pickles. That's what she called Bam and myself. So but like Trump, that's what I did. I ran with it. I took it and I made hey, welcome to the mayonnaise and pickles shows the next day. Just like Trump did with the garbage. You use, when you're creative, you use things to your advantage. Insults like that, if that was supposed to be an insult, don't bother me at all. You just run with it and do your best. I hardly ever get triggered. Takes a lot to get under my skin. But anyway, 12:30, it's election day. 1:30 on the East Coast. It's going to be a good one. Everyone have a great night. Appreciate you being here. I know you saw the little tip the jar thing and the Cash App. If you feel like it, if you don't, no issues. It's free to watch. Big storm. I heard there's a storm going over San Antonio or something like that. Let me see the weather real quick. We're supposed to get rain here tomorrow, but radar. Let's see. Oh, there's a long storm. It goes from roughly San Antonio, even beyond that to the southeast, southwest, all the way up to mid-Michigan. Holy crap. It's a whole line. It goes straight up like that. So, all right. Well, be safe, everyone. And have a good night. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you later. Good night.